A mobile agent system is a dynamic client server architecture that supports the migration of mobile application agents to and from remote servers. An agent can migrate whenever it chooses, either because it has accomplished its task completely or because it needs to travel to another location to obtain additional data. An alternative to migration that an agent might exercise is to create one or more new agents dynamically and allow these to migrate. Okay, so the main idea behind mobile agents is to get code as close to the action as possible. So mobile agents migrate to remote machines to perform computations and then return home with the goods. For example, if a mobile user needs to search a set of database, a traditional CS approach may perform remote procedure calls against the database server. On the other hand, a mobile agent approach would dispatch one or more application uh, agents either directly to the database server or to machine close to the server. The agent then perform queries against the database server, shifting uh, the result to uh, formulate a suitable solution to the mobile user's problem. Finally, the mobile agent return home and deliver the result. So the advantage of this approach is if the bandwidth available to the mobile user is limited and the database queries are complicated, then performing a series of remote queries against the server might be prohibitively expensive, and since the agents can execute a number of queries much closer to the database server in order to extract the desired information, a substantial amount of bandwidth might be saved. So this is the first advantage, and now I see how many of you are in the class now. Okay, it was 30 before, but now it's 29. So today we are doing the screen recording. So all of you are recorded. That how many of you have been attending the class or not? Deepika, Divya Maheshwari, Ekta Datta, Ekta Yada, Harshita Naga, Harshita Soni, Jaya Mayuriya. Okay, so these 33 students are in the class after the 20 minutes. And now I will have so many more requests after the 20 minute also. That's ridiculous. Okay, just I see that. Is there any message for me? No. Okay. So we come to the second advantage is continuous network connectivity is not required when we use mobile agents. So the mobile user might connect to the network, dispatch the agent, and then disconnect. When the mobile user connects to the network again later, the agent is able to return home and present its results. Finally, the agents are not only closer to the action, but they also can be executed on much more powerful computers, potentially speeding up the mining of the desired information. Of course, there are substantial difficulties in designing and in implementing mobile agent system. After briefly discussing the motivation for mobile agent system in the next section, those challenges will be taken in the rest of the chapter. Now, what you got about the mobile agents? One more example I want to give you, that whenever a server want to send you a update, okay, then also they just send the mobile agents to your machine. So whenever you download those mobile agents, after downloading them, they will continue to update your system or download the remaining updates and install them on your machine or on your mobile phone. So these are the facilities of mobile agent. Then this is a piece of code that is sent to the remote machine to accomplish a particular task on that machine. Okay, so whenever the machine connects to the internet, it just completed task and pause the task whenever the machine disconnects the internet. Okay, anyone have any query? Anyone? Okay, so no query and I am audible to everyone. Okay, so again we go to the our discussion. So here's a discussion. Okay, so why mobile agents? So the advantage of mobile agents at a conversational level, and then we look at the technical advantages and disadvantages. So first, a wide variety of application can be supported by mobile agent systems covering electronic commerce, sending an agent, shopping, network resource management. An agent uh, might traverse the network, checking versions of installed application and initiating upgrades where necessary, and information retrieval. An agent might be dispatched to learn everything it can about Thelonious Monk. Okay, so this thing I just discussed with you. Okay, so, an interesting observation made by the Gray and colleagues in 2000 is worth keeping in mind then thinking about mobile about agent-based applications. While particular application may not make a strong case for deployment of mobile agent technology, sets of application may take such a case. To see this point, consider the database query example discussed in the preceding section. Rather than using mobile agent, a custom application could be deployed statically on the database servers. This application accepts jobs expressing the type of information required from a mobile user, perform a sequence of appropriate queries, and then returns the results. Since most of processing is done off the mobile host, the resource saving would be comparable to a mobile agent solution. So similarly, little computational power on the mobile host is required because much of processing can be offloaded onto the machine hosting the custom application. However, what if a slightly different application is desired by a mobile user? Then the server configuration must be changed, like service discovery protocol, mobile agent system, foster creation of powerful uh, personalized mobile application based on common framework. So while individual mobile application can be written entirely without the use of agent technologies, the amount of effort to support a changing set of customized application may be substantially higher than if mobile agent were used. Okay, so mobile agent system provides the following set of technical advantages. First is the limitation of a single client computer are reduced. Okay, so single client computers limitations are reduced, so rather than being constrained by resource limitations such as a local processor power, storage space, and particularly network bandwidth, applications can send agents into the field to gather data and perform computation using the resources of larger well connected server. Okay, so if you are clear about that scenario, I told you that some mobile agents uh, is sent by the server to your mobile device for the upgradation, and whenever you connect to the internet, it starts upgrading your system, and whenever you disconnect, it pause its upgradation. So by keeping in mind this scenario, you can easily find out these advantages of the mobile agent. So the second advantage is the ability to customize application easily is greatly improved. Unlike traditional client server applications, CS applications, server in an agent system merely provide an execution environment for agents rather than running customized server application. So agents can be freely customized within the bounds of security restrictions imposed by server as the users need evolve. Okay. Next advantage is flexible, disconnected operation is supported. Once dispatched, a mobile agent is largely independent of its home computer. It can perform tasks in the field and return home when connectivity to the home computer is restored. Whatever I am talking continuously with you. So, survivability is enhanced in this way, especially when the home computer is a resource constrained device such as PDA. So, with a traditional CS architecture, loss of power on a PDA might result in an abnormal termination of a user's application. So, despite these advantages, mobile agent architectures have significant disadvantages, or if that is too strong a word, disincentives. uh, Again, I would like to see how many of you are there. Okay, so we have 39 students now. Okay, so I just take the attendance of these 39 students. Garima, Arti, Gunjan, Akanksha, Astha, Ayush, Agrawal, Aditi, Akanksha, Ananya, Trisha. Oh, Jugnu Singathia is there. 30 minutes late. Wow. So, Jugnu, were you sleeping? Okay. So, now we come back to our discussion where we were. Okay. So, what are the disadvantages? Uh, One is that neither a killer application nor a pressing need to deploy mobile agent technology has been identified. Despite their sexiness, mobile agents do not provide solution to problems that are otherwise unsolvable. Rather, they simply seem to provide a good framework in ways to solve certain problems. So, in reflections on the Tacoma project, some uh, computer scientists note that while agent potentially reduce bandwidth and uh, tolerate intermittent communication well, bandwidth is becoming ever more plentiful and communication is becoming more reliable. As wireless networking improves and mobile devices become more powerful and more prevalent, will mobile agent technologies become less relevant? Further, while a number of systems exist, they are largely living in research laboratories. So, for mobile agent system to meet even some of their potential, widespread deployment of agent environment is required so that agent may travel freely about the internet. A related another problem is a lack of standardization. Most mobile agent systems are not interoperable. Okay, some effort has gone into interoperability for agent systems, but currently there seem to be no substantial market pressure forcing the formation of a single or even several standards for mobile agents. So the interoperability is another disadvantage. So having all these disadvantages, uh, with a little technical effort, we can sustain them, apply a good dose of marketing, and most disappear. There is a killer disadvantage, and that is security. Okay, always. Whenever you allow some piece of code to be entered in your device remotely, and uh, it may pretend to be useful, but it might be the hacker's piece of code to grab the data from your device, to steal the data from your device. Okay, so security is another issue with these mobile agents. Uh, and another area of concerns are: first, agent must be prevented from performing either conventional uh, agents must be prevented from performing either unintentional or malicious damage as they travel about the network. Could an agent have been tampered with at its previous stop? Is it carrying a malicious logic payload? Does it contain contraband that might be deposited on a machine? Will the agent use local resources to launch a denial of service attack against another machine? That means that you are not aware that some attack is uh, deposited on some other machine on your behalf by the mobile agent in your mobile system. So this is so horrible for you when some inquiry is is about to be done for you, for some crime which is not done by you, but it is done by your mobile using which was used by some mobile agent. So this is the horrible situation. And the second is the agents themselves must be protected from tampering by malicious servers. For example, an agent carrying credit card information to make purchases on behalf of its owner should be able to control access to the credit card number. Similarly, an agent equipped with a proprietary data mining algorithm should be able to resist reverse engineering attacks as it traverses the network. So these are the challenges related to mobile agents. So uh, they are beneficial, but with so many risks. And for the convenience, all have been using these mobile agent nowadays. Okay, so what should be the architecture for the basic components of mobile agents? Uh, So it was given by the high level view was given view of telescript Y10. Uh, it was given by Dogleg and Wheel in 1998. Telescript was one of the first mobile agent system, and while it is no longer under development, many subsequent systems borrowed ideas from telescripts. They are a large number of important components in the telescript architectures: agents, places, travel, meetings, connection, authorities, and permits. So these are depicted in the figure. And places are A network is composed of a set of places. Each place is a location in the network where agent may visit. Okay, so the network is seen like a place. Okay, each place is hosted by a server or perhaps a user's personal computer and provide appropriate infrastructure to support a mobile agent migrating to and from that location. Server in a network that do not offer a place generally will not be visible by agents. So places offer agents a resting spot in which they can access resources local to that place through a stationary agent that lives there, interacting with other agents currently visiting that place. Travel Travel is the another component of the mobile agent architecture. Travel allows agent to move closer to or to collocate with needed resources. For example, an agent dispatched by a user to obtain tickets to a jazz concert, the reservation at one of several restaurants, depending on availability, might travel from its home place to the place hosted by the jazz club's box office before traveling to the places hosted by the restaurants. So, the primary difference between mobile code strategies, just such as Java applets and agent, is that agents travel with at least part of their state intact. After travel, an agent can uh, continue the computation it was engaged in at the instant that travel was initiated. So migration is studied in further details below in the section migration strategies. Okay. And meeting is another component. Meeting are local interactions between two or more agents in the same place. Okay, in telescripts, this means that an agent can invoke each other's procedure. The agent in search of jazz tickets and a restaurant reservation would engage in meeting with appropriate agents at the ticket office and at the restaurant's reservation office to perform its duty. Another is connections. Connections allows agents at different places to communicate and allow agents to communicate with human users or other applications over the network. Fine. And authorities and agents, or place. Authority is the person or organization in the real world that it represents. So, in telescripts, agents may not withhold their authority. That is, anonymous operation is not allowed. The primary justification for this limitation is to deter malicious agent activity. When an agent wishes to migrate to another application, the destination can check the authority to determine if migration will be permitted. And permits determine what agent and places can do. They are set of capabilities in general. These capabilities may have virtually any form, but in Telescript they come in two flavors. The first type of capability determines whether an agent or place may execute certain types of instructions, such as instructions that create new agent. The second type of capability places resource limits on agents, such as a maximum number of bytes of network traffic that may be generated. So these are the components of the mobile agent architecture. So you are required to learn these topics, uh, and try to read them in depth, so that you can face the open book examination efficiently. Otherwise, it would be very difficult for you to crack the open book examination in the finals. Okay, that may be taken by the RTU or by some other agency that may be hired by the RTU or by us also. If we are asked to take the open book examination, then we will have to set your papers so tough, so no one can copy or paste anything from anywhere. Everyone has to contribute his knowledge, uh, so that we can analyze the performance of the student in that particular subject. Okay, so students, don't take it lightly. Keep learning, learn in depth so that you can crack the open book examination. I am again repeating it. It would be going to a very tough examination for you, because you have not given any open book examination. And one more thing, if you are thinking that you will put some words in the internet and you will be able to find out the answer for those questions, then forget this thing. You can use the book and internet to memorize some formula, to remind some formula or remind some concept, but you have to apply your intelligence, intellectuality, your skill of writing, and understanding the question, because the open book examination would be like the open projects that are available on the internet, on which you need sometimes a complete semester to think about. Okay, so don't take it lightly and put your all efforts to complete this course. All the best, all the success. So I am again taking the final attendance of you all. uh, Garima Mathur, Aarti Jain, Gunjan Yadav, Akanksha Dadhij, Astha Gupta, Ayushi Agrawal, Aditi Pawar, Akanksha Chauhan, Ananya Kumari, Anjali Khairtala, Anjali Mittal, Anjali Sharma, uh, and again Anjali Sharma. Both are different. Again Anjali Sharma. Okay, so in your profile name, you can add your father's names also. Okay, or just put the uh, last two digits of your RT roll number, last two or three digits of your RT roll number, both of you. Okay. Ankita Bhargav, Ankita Lahuti, Apurva Raghuvanshi, Aradhya Srivastava, Arpita Didwania, Bhavar Tawar, Bhavna Tawar, Bhumika Tak, Bhumika Deepika Nirvan, Deepika Yadav, Divya Bagla, Divya Maheshwari, Ekta Dutt, Ekta Yadav, Gunjan Yadav, Harshita Nagar, Harshita Rajawat, Harshita Soni, Himanshu Garg, Jaya Jaya Muraria, uh, Jigisha Jain, Jugnu Singathia, Jyoti Rathod, Kajal Sisodia, Kanishka Ojha, Kanupriya Kumawat, Katyayani Mukherjee, Komal Sakla, Kumari Priyanka, and Mahima Gehlot. Okay. So, all the best, all of you. Stay home and stay safe and keep learning in depth.